Okay, here we go. Typical problem that we would be asked to solve for an exercise or a programming assignment. Pretty small program, but I'm doing this one just to give you an idea, show you how I would go about solving this sort of thing. So I'm going to get a new bin going here. And again, if you're using Notepad or something else, that's all fine. What I'm going to do first is, before I ask the user, I'm going to get this die roll thing going first, if I can figure that out. So I'm going to define a die roll, dice, or roll maybe. And I'm going to math.rand, remember, times 6 plus 1, and then put that in a floor thing. And the idea here, when you're building a program, it's kind of nice to see that you're getting stuff working one step at a time. And so let's just make sure we got this right. So print that out, make sure that's working. I should have a die roll. Oh, math.rand is not a function. I've got my languages mixed up. I think that's Java, not JavaScript. Let's see if that, there, now that's working. It's giving me a die roll. Let's see if I can get it to work maybe 5 times instead of asking. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to put this statement in a for loop. Okay, so I'm going to go for, and then I'm going to put this in my curly brackets. There's my for loop. It's nice to have a little bit of indenting there, so it lines up there. Now it lines up nice. And then I got to put, the first thing is my counter. Use I again, why not? I is 1, 2, and how many times do we want to execute it? While I is less than or equal to, what do we say? Maybe 10. We'll do 10 rolls. And then the counter, I going up. Now notice, if we wanted to go up by 2s or 7s or 12s, we could do that. It would still work. So I could go I equals I plus 7 or I plus 2 if I wanted to go up by 2s or 3s or whatever. But I just want to go up by 1, so I'm just going to use I plus plus. And then I'm going to put my console.log in there. And got no warnings there, so I'm going to clear that, run it, see if it works. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 rolls. That looks awesome. And so I've got it rolling 10 times. Now, what was the other part of the program that I was asked to do? I was asked to ask the user how many times they'd like to roll a die, then do it that many times. Okay, so let's get that part working. Does that go in the loop? No, we want to replace this 10 with something that the user gives us. So maybe num of times equals prompt how many dice rolls, and a semicolon to end. Now let's see if I can get that working before I put it in my loop. How many dice rolls? So if I put in 5 and it printed out 5. Now I want to show you something that's different. You see how it has the 5 in quotes. There's little quotes there. Where these are all, there's no quotes. These are numbers. This is a string. Remember, when I prompt the user for something in JavaScript, it comes in as a string. And I couldn't put num of times there because it would be a string. Let me show you the error that it would give. Oh, maybe it didn't. Did it work? 1, 2. Oh, it actually worked. So somehow JavaScript knew to change that to a number for me. Isn't that fantastic? It did print it as a string there, but if you're getting a number error. Remember that you can parse int, change it to an integer by parsing if you need to. I think this would still work. I'm going to comment out that line and clear my console, see if that works. How many die rolls? This time I'm going to do 7, and there's my 7 die rolls, and isn't that fantastic? Okay, so copy that into my new note. You'll, just like you will for your exercises, paste that in there. Oh, it's a little big, but you get the picture. Actually, it's huge, isn't it? And it's a weird font. I should have just screenshot it. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to screenshot it, which I can do in Smart Notebook, but if you're in some other program, you'll have to just use the font that you got, I guess. Screenshot. Where's my screen? Screenshot. Beauty. Remember to ask if you're having trouble with this. I think there's a few exercises for you to try to practice your for loops, and that's it.